One person is dead after a fiery crash on I-64 East near the Cochran Hill Tunnel.
This is what the flames looked like early this morning. WDRB's Amanda Roberts tells us how long the 5-vehicle pileup will keep the interstate closed. Amanda?
Hey, good morning, guys. So LMPD is heading up the investigation into this crash. They can't give us a quote yet on when the interstate will reopen. Several hours is the answer that I keep hearing from officials. What you're looking at right now is crews still working at the scene of this crash. There were two vehicles involved in this crash, two semis and a garbage truck. Right now, crews are trying to tow out a couple of the vehicles, but this is clearly a scene that is going to take some time to clear. It was around 5:30 this morning when LMPD first got the call. There were 5 vehicles total involved in that crash, as we were talking about. It sent flames soaring above the interstate. Now, LMPD's traffic unit is investigating, and they're going to be trying to figure out how the 2 semis, a garbage truck, and 2 cars wound up twisted on I-64 East after driving through the Cochran Hill Tunnel. Crews wound up closing both the east and westbound lanes for about a couple of hours. They then reopened the westbound lane just before 8 this morning. The driver of one of the semis was killed in the crash. The drivers of the 2 vehicles and the garbage truck were taken to the hospital for their injuries. All of them are expected to be okay. The driver of the second semi was not injured and walked away from that crash. Now, the crash was so extensive, KYTC tells us that LMPD have not allowed their teams to assess the highway yet to gauge when they can be able to reopen the interstate, which includes KYTC being able to see if there's any damage to the tunnel or damage to the highway. So that is still a question as of this hour. Now, depending on what kind of damage was done, it could push back the opening of the highway even further, even later in the day. LMPD told me it is too early to say if this crash is weather related. So we still don't have an estimate from officials on when the highway can reopen, but seeing as there are still crews trying to pull apart the vehicles and the wreckage, just beginning to clear this scene, you can anticipate that this will be closed for several more hours. So stay with WDRB for updates. We'll keep you updated both on air and online at WDRB.com. Reporting live with photojournalist Pete Ruiz, I'm Amanda Roberts, WDRB News.